If you are already a fan of Project Wild, then you are probably familiar with a popular activity called How Many Bears Can Live in This Forest? Well, we have modified that activity and created a new one called How Many Turkeys Can Live in This Habitat? The objective is to have students identify what foods a turkey eats, as well as understand some of the limiting factors and issues that can affect a turkey's survival, such as weather, available cover, and predators. Students will pretend to be turkeys and must gather enough food to survive for 10 days. For an average turkey, that will add up to about 5 pounds. To make it interesting, there will be one turkey who has had a bad foot, which makes walking difficult. Another turkey will have very poor eyesight from an illness and will need to try to find food blindfolded. Another turkey will have to walk around with 3 or 4 students acting as her poults or baby turkeys. She and her poults will be required to hang onto a long piece of rope or a jump rope as they search for food. There will also be a large tom turkey that needs even more food than the others. Using the instructions provided in the activity guide associated with this virtual workshop, you will need to make a bunch of food cards from different colored paper. They have to gather enough food to equal 5 pounds. You can have each card worth 1 pound, or you can even write fractions or ounces on the cards to make the math more challenging. Some of the cards will have a 1 or a 2 on them, which is explained in the instructions. Each of the card colors will represent a certain food or water. There are even some cards that represent predators or good habitat. There will even be cards that represent a nuisance turkey. This is one that has to be removed from the population by live trapping it or by a hunter with a special depredation tag. That's because some turkeys can be little troublemakers, roosting on people's porches, decks, or on tops of houses. Some will even make messes of haystacks meant for a farmer's livestock. So sometimes a turkey, or any wild animal for that matter, can be considered a nuisance by a person depending on their perspective. Now for the activity. Scatter the cards in an open area and tell your turkeys to gather the cards. Don't let them know what the colors mean quite yet or how many cards they need. Just tell them that the cards represent parts of their habitat. To make it more fun, have them scratch the ground with their foot 2 times before picking up a card. Then your turkeys can place what they've gathered in envelopes and take them back to their desks. Have them add up the cards. A white card represents bad weather, like heavy snows or drought, and they will need to subtract the number shown on the white card from their total. If they get a nuisance card, they are removed from the population, or a predator card, well, that means they were eaten. Only the habitat card will save them. Remember, a good habitat not only provides plenty of food, but helps animals find shelter from bad weather and cover to hide from predators. When you are finished with the activity, discuss how everyone did. How many turkeys do you have left? What were some of the challenges your turkeys experienced? What would happen if you did the activity again, but added more habitat cards or took some away? Habitat is key to healthy wildlife populations. It's why Idaho Fish and Game and sportsmen's groups like the National Wild Turkey Federation do their part to improve habitat for turkeys and other wildlife throughout Idaho by planting trees, shrubs, and other vegetation to provide food and cover. Hopefully your students will have fun with this activity and will understand the importance of a healthy habitat for wildlife.